If you hear any noise in the background, that is my fan that's on because it is really, really hot in here, so I want to die on camera. Hello my fellow Shinigami, my name is Ko, and welcome to a review / rant of The Last of Us Part 2. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Ko. I'll try my hardest to do a review format, but don't expect anything too professional because I am a sarcastic bitch at the end of the day, so. I know I'm a little late with my review, but I hope you guys do consider what I have to say about this whole conversation. Let's get into some of the good things about the game. Not a very long list of that, but this is bothering me. I'm taking these off. Let's start off with the graphics. The graphics are exactly what you'd expect from Naughty Dog. You know, expect the graphics to be amazing, streamlined, very, very realistic. The characters, my god, they are so realistic, a little too realistic. The level of detail that Naughty Dog puts into their graphics is just always next gen. I really enjoyed the look of the game, but I know some people didn't really enjoy the redesigns that they did. A lot of people said that the PlayStation 3 characters looked a lot better, and I think that's because the PlayStation 3 version was just very crisp, but that's not realistic. That's not how reality is. And so I enjoy the fact that they added in kind of a depth perception, kind of like that kind of blurred edge effect that they added to the characters and to the background. It's just, in my opinion, makes it more realistic, but that could just be the artist in me talking, so, you know, I digress. To kind of add on to the graphics and detail of the game, the crafting station was just a chef's kiss. How she disassembles the guns and cleans them and puts them all together again, like even the bow, you know, like everything about that crafting station just perfect. And as for the gameplay, in my opinion, the gameplay is a lot better than the first Last of Us. There's so much less gun sway. I did a voice call with my best friend who also played the game, played both games. We both played The Last of Us numerous times, and then we both played Last of Us 2. So I did a phone call with her, and she gave me a lot of good points and stuff to talk about as well, such as the dodge mechanic. I didn't realize how useful a dodge mechanic is in this game, but you really are like fighting for your life with this dodge mechanic. You're able to just, you know, avoid enemies, avoid everything. The dodge mechanic and the ability to go prone, amazing things that they added into the game, and just makes the gameplay that much more fun, because with prone, you're able to fully play stealth if you really want to. I mean, that's kind of the direction I feel that the game was steering you into. There's a customization menu where you can go in and tailor like the enemy difficulty, the like resources that are available. You can tailor all of this to your liking. You can really make the game tailor to you and how you want to play this game, which I love that. I absolutely love that. Let's say you want a little bit more resources, right? Just up that. I love that Naughty Dog added that into this game. The enemies hit a lot more harder. Their attacks feel more brutal. Guns, bullets, you really feel them when they hit Ellie. Everything's just a lot more brutal in this game. Also, the takedowns of enemies, I would argue, it's pretty brutal compared to the first game. I enjoyed it. I like that enemies are more vigilant. They're more aggressive and get aggravated easier when you kill like their dog or their friend or something like that. Full transportation, like the horses, great. When Joel comes out in that first opening scene on horseback, dude, and have the boats and the car for 1 second, I like that. It was just a different element, and I enjoyed it. All of this being said, the game felt a little too easy. Enemies felt a little too easy for me. Part in the game where you get to ride around on horseback with Dina as you're playing as Ellie. The open world in that area in Seattle was such an awesome added bonus to this game. I noticed that kind of survival horror games are taking more of a open world approach to their games, like The Evil Within 2 or, you know, other games. When you're playing that area in the game, it was more just like, do you want to hunt for these resources or not? Like, you have the option, and I like that there's an option there, and I also like that that open world area was available to us. But it just kind of felt like the game was dragging on. All these great points that I'm making, in the end, it doesn't matter, because the game just is dragging on, and you just want it to be done. you can't even enjoy these moments of like happiness or fun or anything like that because the story that Naughty Dog had one job, it just takes away from the gameplay. Naughty Dog, they've shown us that they're capable of, you know, writing great stories, writing great characters. They didn't do that. They didn't do that with this game. This game starts off 5 years after where we left off in The Last of Us, where we play as Ellie and Abby on their quest for revenge. Abby, you're probably wondering who's Abby. She's part of a resistance group called the WLF. They have ties to the Fireflies, and yeah, she also, spoiler, she also murders Joel. I'm gonna do a bit of a breakdown of each character. So, Joel... I feel like a lot of characters that we seen in the last game kind of act a bit out of character. Joel, for instance, every time we see him, you feel bad for him. I don't know, he has never really struck me as the type of character to just kind of give up, but in this game I kind of felt like just kind of gave up and he's just kind of on autopilot. And also the fact that throughout the first game, Joel has never been a really trusting person. And yet this game wants me to believe that under certain circumstances, he is put in a position where he is forced to trust other people. I don't know if it's because Jackson like made it to where he doesn't have to worry about the threat of people and he's just around people that he can trust, but something about the situation just feels very unrealistic to me. When Abby kills him, which is, mind you, in the first hour of the game, he dead, gone, peace out, rest in pieces. He bit the dust. He got Tiger Woods. Get up! Holy what? His death felt very untimely and I'll get into that later, but his death just felt very disrespectful to the bond that we created with him as a player, to who he was as a character. When the spoilers dropped, when the spoilers were leaked, Joel's death was one of the ones that I guessed. I wasn't surprised that he died, I just didn't like how he died, why he died, and when he died. That's what I have an issue with. I fully expected him to die. So now we'll get into fucking Ellie. And this kind of ties into what I said about characters that we know and love kind of acting not like themselves. So the Ellie that we knew and loved from the first game, the sarcastic, witty, funny kid, she's nothing like that in this game. Nothing like that. She might as well be a completely different character. In this game, she's like this angsty, edgy 19-year-old. Oh, it's so annoying. Every time we see her interacting with Joel, whether it be via flashback, sis, let it go. She's essentially mad at Joel because she feels like her life would have meant something if she was able to, you know, if they were able, emphasis on if they were able to make a fucking vaccine to feel like her life meant something or whatever. So she's mad at Joel for taking that away from her, when it's like, bitch, you didn't know about that. Neither of you guys knew about the fact that you were gonna have to die in order to make this cure. Don't sit there and act like you fucking knew the whole time. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that Joel looks at Ellie as his daughter, but every time she talks to him, she just acts like he's a fucking burden.
You alright, kiddo?
What is wrong with you?
He had no right.
And you do? I don't need your fucking help, Joel.
Right.
And I can't sympathize with her. And throughout this game, you just see her acting extremely irrational, and she is the epitome of selfish. And what I mean by she is selfish, there's a scene where her and Jesse agree that they should go save Tommy, who had left before her to go get revenge for Joel. So she agrees with Jesse, her friend, that yes, we should go and save Tommy and go back to Jackson because Dina needs help. So that being said, they go out, and when the moment comes that they can pursue Tommy and find him and help him, they get a lead on Abby. And just drop all logic, drop all, you know, anything that you agreed to and promised before.
Right, they're talking about Tommy.
We don't know that.
Who else is it gonna be?
Just
what if he's in trouble?
He can take care of himself.
Jesus Christ.
Best way to help Tommy is to go after Abby. You do this, I'm not saving your ass again.
I really hope you make it.
And bitch, you just said that you would fucking go find Tommy and help him. Like, way to be fucking selfish. And let's get into Abby. Abby is our other protagonist. She has spent the majority of her life hunting down Joel because Joel killed her father in The Last of Us. Do you remember that doctor at the end of the game that ran? Why would you, right? Why fucking would you? Because he was an NPC. He meant nothing. He was nothing. That was her dad. Really, Naughty Dog? To tell me that this NPC is what? No, I don't fucking care about your dad. Fucking NPC. I don't give a shit about him. And she kills Jesse. She shoots out Tommy's eye. She deserved to die. Synthol, creatine, looking ass. onto the cons about this entire game. The story pacing is god awful. There's way too many flashbacks. Every time because the gameplay was fun. Every time I was out here, you know, shivving clickers and brutally killing the WLF and all that and the scars, you suck me out of what little fun I am able to salvage out of this fucking game into a flashback that felt like every time you did that, I was hitting a brick wall.
Hi, editing co here. I also forgot to mention that there were certain mood changes in this game that honestly made me feel like I got whiplash. Like, it was weird. Specifically the scene with Owen and Abby just made me very uncomfortable.
To torture them until they're crying, you know? Abby.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
The entire game is played all over again from the perspective of a character that I hate. And honestly feels like you were doing this to kind of make us forget what she did in the first hour of the game. It's a half-ass attempt to try and make us like, she has good in her too, she has a story to tell. I don't care about her past, I don't care about her as a person, I don't care to play as her.
I also want to add that Abby helping Yara and Lev does not make her a good person. Doing things out of guilt does not make you a good person, and I feel like that's what Ellie and Abby were both doing in this game.
He may fall for your little act with these kids, but I don't. There's nothing to fall for. Isaac's top scar killer suddenly had a change of heart. I haven't always done the right thing. You're a piece of shit, Abby. You always have been. You want to do right by these kids? Get out of their lives before you screw them over too.
I was gonna make a rant video about Borderlands 3 and how much Ava was so unnecessary to write into that game. And that's exactly what Abby felt like. You're literally just forcing this character, you're shoving her down our throats. Onto Naughty Dog lying in their trailers, which is something that I didn't hear anyone really talking about in other reviews. This shit literally was my main issue with this game. It was false advertising. Let's just be blunt about it. It was false advertising. So why go out of your way to redesign his character model in the trailer, in the flashbacks, to make it seem like those flashbacks are present day Joel and Ellie and not flashbacks? And I'll put some stuff on the screen so you guys kind of get a better image of what I'm talking about if you don't know. Also, the fact that there's this scene where Jesse shows up instead of Joel.
What the hell are you doing here?
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
What the hell are you doing here?
I think I'd let you do this on your own.
Sure, some of you guys would try and make the point, oh, well, it's to not give some things away, or, oh, to mislead the, viewer to where their story's not being given away. You can do all of that without remaking character models, without putting in a character and trying to profit off that character, because They know that they can fucking sell the game using Joel. Last but not least, this blue ball ending where we let Abby live. Like,
Abby let y'all go twice.
and you fucking wasted it.
We let you go, and you wasted it. And then, I love how Abby said that and then let them go twice.
Right?
Let them go again. Okay.
Like, people were
Bro,
killing
Jesse got
time.
shot in the face.
He got shot. He had a whole kid. He was GOAT status, bro. And he got shot. For what?
If I gave up a relationship and 2 fingers, you gotta go. You out here killing everybody. You gotta go.
We gave up everything. We gave up our life in Jackson. Our friends were killed along the way, like Jesse, and Tommy was injured. He literally can't sleep at night because Abby's out there. We give up everything, including our relationship with Dina and this little life that we built with her on this farm, just to not kill Abby. I do not care. I do not care that it's kind of like a dick move to like kick her while she's down. She's captured by a group of people that literally enslave her and Lev. They can't fight. She doesn't want to fight back. You should have thought about your actions before you wanted to be rid of all this shit. You had numerous times where you could have given up this you know, road to revenge, as Owen kept encouraging you to do. Stop, you know, get some help. I don't know, I feel bad mainly for Owen. He was not supportive of Abs at all. He was just like, you know, man, you should just stay back and just drink some more creatine and like just forget about the whole thing. And she's like, no, I have to see this through. Owen kept trying to tell you that it wasn't worth it. As Ellie, we let her go. And if you want to have this hard on to be like, no, somebody has to stop the cycle, then at least give us the option. Create 2 endings. Give us the option of killing Abby or letting her go. Don't make me spend $60, go through this whole game to not get the satisfaction that only thing that kept me going through this game was the possibility of killing Abby. Imagine in Red Dead Redemption 2, imagine playing as John and letting Micah go. Because what Rockstar did, they didn't try to paint Micah as a good person or everyone's like, you know, not everyone's a hero. I mean, kind of with Arthur, where you have the option of being like doing bad things throughout the game or doing good things. You have that option, but they still, you know, proceeded with not changing their stance on Micah. Micah's bad. He's a fucking rat, and you know it, Dutch. I know it, and you know it. And I love that Rockstar did that. Y'all may have fucked up putting GTA 5 on a 3rd gen console, but we ain't gonna talk about that today. So in conclusion, if you hadn't bought this game and you've only been reading reviews and stuff like that online and you're still on the fence about getting this game, don't. I can't justify spending $60 on this game. I can't do it.
So I'm editing this and I didn't actually give my rating on this game. Gameplay wise, I would give this game a 6 out of 10. As far as the story, I would give this a 3 out of 10. The story was just a real deal breaker for me as a player. My feelings haven't really changed about this game. I'm not as heated as I am in this video, but instead of feeling angry, I feel just more disappointed. I still don't know if I would call this a review or a rant. I try to make some valid points and not all just anger, but at the same time I can't deny the fact that I wasn't the happiest person with this game and there was some things I needed to vent. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment down below your opinion, your thoughts. Subscribe to become a Shinigami. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. You're missing out on some fun content over there. Why don't you take a look at what you're missing out on?
Little TLOU2 Live.
I can't do anything.
Oh my god. I'm fucking.
I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.